All right, here it is in the New York Times, and there was some other hit pieces on this film as well. It premieres the 26th on IFC, and it's on the IFC On Demand. They're telling me one of the most downloaded films ever on IFC Demand. It goes up there first. It says, conspiracy theorist examined. Few things are as tiresome. This is the New York Times. I could talk for hours just about this article. Again, not because it's about me, the mindset of these people, the attitude, their spirit. Few things are as tiresome as listening to people rant about their conspiracy theories. Really, everybody knows it's super hot and that people find conspiracies intriguing, whether they're real or not, and the best-selling books are all about that, and, you know, the new Angels and Demons movie and all of that. Really, it's people find few things more tiresome. This is telling you, oh, it's tiresome. Maybe for you, a little critic that just watches a couple movies every week and then writes articles for the New York Times, who's never been in the arena, who doesn't actually live in the real world, who ninnies around. And I've checked into this writer, this Nathan Lee. Talk about a ninny. While there are, no doubt, tantalizing speculations to be made about the inside job that demolished the World Trade Center and the nefarious agenda of the global elite, movies about such things do well to involve James Bond and giant explosions. So this isn't real. It's James Bond. Of course, you should know, twit, that James Bond was written by an MI6/OSS officer stylizing real things that happened. But you wouldn't know that, would you? Because you live in the world of make-believe movies. New World Order, an unrelentingly tedious documentary by Luke Meyer and Andrew Neal, follows up a group of considerably less glamorous truth seekers. So we're not glamorous. So we're trying to be glamorous, but we're not. The most prominent of the filmmaker's subjects, the radio host Alex Jones, who is based in Austin, Texas, rails against the powers that be, all of them in a manner that reinforces every cliche of conspiracy theorist loon. Because, see, I'm mad about the government kidnapping kids. I'm mad about lying about wars and WMDs. I'm mad about Seymour Hersh and the government admitting and the Army's own report reporting that they raped children in front of their parents. See, I'm a loon. I'm angry about that. It's wrong. I'm just a loon. I'm wrong. I shouldn't be mad the bankers have stolen $14.8 trillion and we're going bankrupt. I should just watch movies like this guy and ninny around with my friends in New York. Rails against the powers that be, all of them in a manner that reinforces every cliche of conspiracy theorist loon. Paranoia, megalomania, delusional, and sweaty. Yeah, we were out in the summer in Virginia, and I'm sweating. Ooh, I see. You know, you wear white gloves and have someone fanning you, and sweating is bad. Paranoid, megalomaniacal. The documentary's most action-packed scene finds Mr. Jones throwing a major hissy fit when his hotel fire alarm goes off, thereby proving without a shadow of a doubt that they are trying to suppress his revelations. Yeah, we had security walk up and go, people like to pull fire alarms, but they go to jail when they do it. And then they pull the fire alarm, and I go outside, and the security head comes up when I'm outside with 200 people and says, we're going to F you up. And there's Secret Service running around all on video with headpieces, and they're trying to blame me for a fire drill for pulling a fire alarm. That's a serious crime, by the way, and I get upset calling into a national talk show on 600 radio stations, coast to coast. See, to this guy, he's so sheltered and in la-la land, he thinks it's fake. I saw mainstream news articles about this film, New World Order, that it's a documentary, where they said other reviews that have been done said I made it up. There was no Bilderberg Group meeting happening in Chantilly, Virginia. Obama wasn't secretly there. It doesn't exist. And that's basically what this says. But there were articles that we read on air, other film reviews of this when it was at South by Southwest, saying, I'm a complete schizophrenic. I was at a hotel going crazy in a room, believing there were world leaders there. Now, who's crazy?
Everything we said came true. Everything we've done has been right.
All right, I'm finishing up with this attack review here by this Nathan Lee. So he says basically what the other reviews have said. I am at a random hotel, completely insane. And there were reviews that actually said this, that I was seeing men following me, seeing men in the bushes. And at the premiere here in Austin, I talked to some reporters outside, and they said, do you really think Bilderberg was real? Do you think those men were there, with sunglasses and earpieces? And I said, you just saw them. It's admitted it's real. But see, they're so invested that Bilderberg doesn't exist that when it's in the Times of London and London Guardian and Associated Press, it still doesn't exist, and I'm crazy. We're not being followed. We're not being arrested. I mean, I've been arrested. That was in every Canadian paper, major paper in the country when I got arrested. It was on CBC television. And they still write articles saying I am a schizophrenic who believes I have been arrested. I mean, who's crazy here? Who is insane here? Because they're so invested in saying there's no New World Order all these years that even as they announce it in Time Magazine and Newsweek and everywhere, we still have to be the crazies. On the somewhat mellower side, Luke Radowski, 21-year-old New Yorker, spends all his free time distributing flyers and DVDs purporting to uncover the truth about 9/11. Seth Jackson, a relief worker in Louisiana, does his part by heckling Bill Clinton and other dark overlords. Yeah, how dare him go heckle a president, to bring up real questions about firefighters and police not getting medical care. Oh, it's a dark overlord. He's crazy, too. It's so un-American and so crazy to go ask questions of your president. That's like something Gandhi or Martin Luther King might do. Oh, man, the company this guy's in. A retired police officer, Jack McClan, meanwhile, has retreated to the safety of a separatist militia group. It's a Christian community in the beautiful Rocky Mountains with their little dogs. See, this is the distorted mind where they're in their ivory tower insane asylums looking out at us normal people that get angry and have red blood and sweat and, care about freedom, and we are strange to them. But, I mean, I guess if you go to a loony farm, normal people do look crazy. We're the type of people, at least we're shadows of them, that founded this nation. We're red-blooded, we're aggressive, we're angry, and we're going to kick your butt. So I hope you understand that. I'm just glad I'm not, some effeminate, chicken-necked, America-hating person who just goes around picking and ninnying at other people and attacking people that are trying to save the country from the globalist. And and look, you will lose in history. The New York Times is going to basically be sold and be a shadow of itself, go bankrupt. That's already happening. You guys, you will not survive the New World Order. Whether it succeeds or fails, you people aren't going to be part of the future. You understand? You're all discredited. You're a joke. Those of us telling the truth that have had the courage to stand up in the face of ridicule, we're going to win the day. There's a movie to be made about the psychology of such men, their personal lives and private obsessions. New World Order merely gawks at them. Opens Friday in Manhattan, directed by Luke Meyer, Andrew Neal, directors of photography. And it is, and it's going to also air on IFC. It is true that, look, I'm not stupid. And now that it's about to come out and it's I'll just come out and tell you what I think. I don't think Andrew and these guys are bad people, but the kind of liberal intellectual set always is above everyone. So that's their internal appetite, is to pick subjects like with Darkon, the last film they made. This is kind of Darkon 2. A weird niche, a subculture as they see it. We'll see, we're not that. We're trying to survive. It's a latch dish fight here. We're not just a subculture. And then they kind of analyze it and show our faults and our positive points. But it's still done from a position of on high. And so the film will be seen by those that hate us as a confirmation of what they believe, and then by people that love freedom, they see it and kind of like it because they get it and understand our message. But regardless, it only brings us more listeners. We win. MySolarBackup.com. A lot of things can cut off your electrical power. Hurricanes, snow, ice storms, global warming, gremlins can chew off your electrical wires. A lot of things can happen. And so instead of sending all your money to Al Gore and carbon taxes, I suggest you take your own power needs out of the control of that control freak and go to MySolarBackup.com. The degenerate control freak, blood-sucking parasites of government and the New World Order don't own the sun yet, folks. So make your move now. MySolarBackup.com, the great power source, 800 watts of power on demand. The solar panel, the system, the charger, the batteries, all of it. Great little system. Get a bunch of these, run your whole house. MySolarBackup.com, 877-327-0365, 877-327-0365.